Good afternoon, dear students. Previous class we started to discuss about the northern plains. The northern plains, which is another one major physical division of India. So we came to know that the northern plains has been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, such as the river Ganga, and not only the three rivers, including the tributaries of those three river systems: Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. And so we learned that this plains is formed of alluvial soil and is so fertile, understood, and it spread over than an area of 7 lakh square kilometer, and the plain being about 2400 kilometer long and 240 to 320 kilometer broad also. So it is with a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate, and it is agriculturally a very productive part of our India. And also we learned about the different rivers in their lower course split into the numbers of canals due to deposition of silt. So these canals we used to call are known as distributaries. Understood? So now let us learn more about the northern plains. See, the rivers coming from northern mountains, so they are involved in depositional work. So which are the rivers coming from the northern mountains? So those rivers are involved in depositional work. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of the river decreases, which results in the formation of riverine islands. Understood now? So the results in the formation of riverine highlands. See, the rivers in their lower course split into numerous channels. Split into numerous canals. So due to the deposition of silt, so these channels are known as distributaries. Understood now? So the rivers in their lower course split into numerous channels due to the deposition of silt, and these channels are known as distributaries. See, the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. So the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The entire northern plains, so it is divided into three major sections. So the western part of the northern plain, so is referred to as the Punjab Plan. Understood? So the western part of the northern plain, that is referred to as the Punjab Plains. The western part referred as Punjab Plan. Right now, and formed by the actually this Punjab Plan formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The Indus and its tributaries. So this western part is known as Punjab Plain, and it is actually formed by Indus and its with tributaries. Okay. See, The larger part of this plain, the maximum part of this, the Punjab Plain, lies in present Pakistan. Got it? No distance. So the maximum part of this plain, the maximum part of the Punjab Plains, which is formed by the river Indus and its tributaries. So that lies in present Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, so such as we all of you knows that the Indus and its tributaries, such as Zeelam, the Zeelam, and the Ravi and the Bias and the Satluj. Understood? So, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, Satluj and the Chenab. So, these are some of the important tributaries of the industry. So, such as the Zeelam, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Bias, the Satluj. See here, the Bias and the Satluj originate in the Himalaya. Understood now? So the Bias and Satluj. So these two originate in Himalayas, and this section of the plain is dominated by the Doabs. So these Bias and Satluj, these two tributaries originate in the Himalaya, and this section of the plain is dominated by the Doabs. Got it, dear students? And the Ganga plain. See, the Ganga plain so it extends between Ghaggar and Teesta rivers. Ghaggar and Teesta rivers. So please keep in your mind, the Ganga plain extends between the Ghaggar and Teesta rivers. So it is spread over the states of especially North India. Understood now? So the Ganga plain actually extends between the Ghaggar and Teesta rivers, and it is spread over the states of North India such as Haryana, Delhi, UP, Haryana, Delhi, UP means Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar, and part of Bengal, part of Jharkhand. Understood now? Part of Bengal and part of Jharkhand. So especially part of Bengal means West Bengal. The part of West Bengal, and then the part of, and also east, particularly in Assam, lies in the Brahmaputra plain. Understood now? So please, dear students, try to remember that, don't get confusion. So the Ganga plain is spread between the Ghaggar and the Teesta rivers. So especially It is spread over the states of North India, such as Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, West Bengal, and then Jharkhand. Got it now? The northern plains are generally described as flat land. The northern plains are generally described as flat land with no variations in its relief. So there is no variation in its relief. It's actually completely flat land. So whether is it true? No. So it is not true, because these vast plains also have diverse relief features. So actually the northern plains generally described as a flat land with no variations in its relief. But it is not true, because these vast plains also have diverse relief features. Diverse relief features. The northern plains can be divided into 4 regions. Getting these students? The northern plains can be divided into 4 regions. See, the rivers, after descending from the mountains, deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 km in width, lying parallel to the slope of the Shivaliks. It is known as Bhabar. So once again I would like to repeat, the rivers after the descending from the mountains deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of the slopes of the Shivaliks, especially it is about 18 to 16 km in width. So there is a lying parallel to the slopes of the Shivaliks. So that is known as Babar belt. So south of this belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet. So please keep in your mind. So south of this belt, I mean this Babar belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region, which is known as Terai. This is a Babar belt and Terai. So this was, the Terai belt, this was a thickly forested region full of wildlife. Getting now? So this was completely thickly forested areas and with full of wildlife. So the forests have been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after the partition. So unfortunately, dear students, actually this was a thickly forested region full of wildlife, but these forests have been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after the partition. So locate Dudhwala National Park in this region. Dudhwala National Park is located in this region. Getting dear students. Now, the largest part of the northern plain is formed of boulder alluvium. The largest part of the northern plains is formed of boulder alluvium. So they lie above the floodplains of the rivers and present a terrace-like feature. See, we all of you know that the largest part of the northern plain is formed of boulder alluvium. So they lie above the floodplains of the rivers and present a terrace-like feature. And this part is known as Bhangar. This part is known as Bhangar. See, the soil in this region contains calcareous deposits which is locally known as concave. Understood now? So, the most of this Bhangar region, in this region the soil contains concave, that means calcareous. The newer younger deposits of the floodplains are called khada. Getting now? So, the newer and younger. The newer and younger deposits of the floodplains are called as khada. So, they are renewed almost every year and so are fertile. So, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. And this is ideal for intensive agriculture. So, this is all about the northern Indian plains, one of the important physical division of our country. So, I request you, so please read textbook twice, thrice, till understand the concept. Got it now? So, otherwise, just by listening this, you cannot understand. So, please, I request you, all of you, go through the textbook. Now, let us discuss about the another major physical divisions of our country, that is the Peninsular Plateau. Now let us discuss about the Peninsula Plateau. The Peninsula Plateau. See, the Peninsula Plateau is a tableland. Is that? Tableland. So it was composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. So old, it is consists of old crystalline, understood now. So old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. So please dear students, the Peninsular Plateau is one of the another major physical divisions of our country, and it is a tableland and it is composed of the world crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. See, it was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land. So how it was formed now? So please keep it in your mind. The Peninsular Plateau, it was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and thus making it a part of the oldest landmass. So it is actually one of the oldest landmass. So dear students, the Peninsular Plateau, because of this, it is one of the oldest landmass in the world. Regarding the Peninsular Plateau, I would like to discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.